finally said, I think it's time we let it go. The peace I hope would come was something I would never know. I started speaking on the wounds I carried through the years, but somehow I became the villain every time I shared my tears. They said I wanted to disgrace or tear apart a name, like telling my side of the story. Man, I started all the flames. Then whispers started spreading through the people that we knew, a version of my life that didn't sound remotely true. They said she carried everything, she paid for every meal, that she took care of me and the kids while I stood still. The first time that I heard it, man, my whole world froze. Felt my spirit leave my body while my heart beat slow. How you rewrite a story while the author's still alive? How you paint a father absent when he's barely survived? I gave what I could give, sometimes more than I could spare. Now they judging from a distance, never knowing I was where. Suddenly I'm gathering receipts like I'm on trial, printing statements from accounts, stretching back mile after mile. Money sent without conditions, every month, every year. Never counting what she earned, just making sure the family's clear. If I was short, I'd borrow money, pay the debt another day. Cause the mission was the children never suffer from the strain. I wasn't perfect, I got flaws, I made mistakes along the way, but abandoning my family, that's a role I never played. Still somehow the narrative was stronger than the facts, and people started looking at me different when I passed. I spent too much time explaining what I knew was already true, trying to prove my worth to people who never walked in my shoes. How you rewrite a story while the author's still alive? How you paint a father absent when he's barely survived? I gave what I could give, sometimes more than I could spare. Now they judging from a distance, never knowing I was there. Time got a way of pulling secrets from the dark. The truth don't always sprint, sometimes it slowly makes its mark. Now we're separated, co-parents in our little team, learning some forever plans were never what they seemed. That house I used to picture with the laughter in the halls, the family under one roof. Man, I really want it all, but some dreams aren't built on truth. They disappear when tested, and sometimes letting go becomes the healthiest investment. I don't celebrate the ending, I just honor what I learned. Some bridges can't be fixed when both sides have already burned. The pain is still a chapter, but it isn't where I stay. I'm focused on my children and the peace I found today. Yeah, anybody fighting battles over stories and perception, don't lose yourself chasing everybody else's acceptance. You don't need to prove your value to every voice in the crowd. Live consistently, let your actions speak loud. A psychologist would say, when relationships end, it's common for people to experience conflicting narratives about what happened. Protect your mental health by focusing on documented facts, maintaining healthy boundaries, avoiding endless self-defense, and investing your energy in your children. Your healing and your future validation that comes from integrity lasts longer than validation won through arguments.